Tyson is not the sort of person we generally interview on the show. He's not a political figure. He's not still boxing. Why did we talk to him? Well, because Mike Tyson has spent almost 40 years at the very pinnacle of American society. And then at the very bottom, he went to prison at one point. He's seen everything. And a lot of people who lead lives like that are destroyed by them. They become numb and insensible, particularly if they're boxers. But a rare few become wise and fascinating and able to communicate what they've learned. And Tyson is definitely in that category. So for a brand new episode of Tucker Carlson today, we sat down with Tyson and we began by asking him, what was it like growing up? Here's part of that.
I'm not ashamed of my childhood. I'm really proud of my childhood.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no advantages.
Yeah, my disadvantage was my advantage.
What do you mean?
My adversity inspired me to be more than what I truly was.
I believe that. So you are inspired by Ali, then you go to a different reform school, and they have a former fighter there who trains you. Is that the point when you realize you're going to do this for a living?
Yeah, but this is what when I came there, I was in another facility on that campus, and I believe I don't want to say I stabbed somebody, but I had an altercation with somebody. So I came when he met me, I had handcuffs, and I'm rearrested, and I was a mess. And so when the guys were talking to me, because they said, well, you're not a bad guy because you did that. So we talked. He said, if we have an ex-fighter, Bobby Steele, you need to meet him. He'll probably get you in shape. And I said, well, I would love to meet him. I met Muhammad Ali. I seen Muhammad Ali once. And then this guy knocks on my door. I heard you want to talk to me. What do you want? I said, I want to be a fighter. He said, everybody wants to be a fighter. You show me you want to be a fighter. Let's just see how your conduct is. And I went from being a really jerky, nasty guy to becoming an ace.
Really?
Yeah, and then he started training me.
What was it about that? Is the discipline that he imposed?
Yes. I wanted to be a fighter so bad.
If you hadn't become a professional boxer, what would you have done?
No doubt. I was going to be that champ.
You knew you were going to be at what age?
13, 14.
And 4 years later, you were?
7 years later.
7 years later. So when did you meet Customato?
When I was 12. I was at the facility, and the guy drove me to me, though. Cause I made my levels in there. I was a trustee now.
Yes.
I was a good kid, a trustee, so I can go to get out, I can get off campus and go visit them.
What was he like?
Total disciplinarian.
Yeah.
Take no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Not a weak man.
No signs of weakness.
Yeah.
No signs of weakness. If you didn't conduct yourself the way he conducted yourself, you're not Italian. He's going to tell you what Italian is. If he saw, like, what are those guys, Paulie Shore, what's the Paulie name? The Italian guys, the Jersey Shore guy? Yeah. They're not Italian. I said, cuss, they're Italian. They are not Italian. He would say something like that. If you don't conduct yourself, Italians only conduct themselves like this. He's not Italian. He was that kind of guy.
Amazing. So when...
Nothing playful. Nothing playful.
Nothing playful?
We had to tease him, talk behind his back. There's nothing playful about him.
And you liked that?
Hey, you know what? I loved it. Someone cared about me.
Yeah.
And if anybody say something to me, I punch him in the face, attack him.
So interesting. Because most teenage boys...
say nothing about me. He'll attack you physically.
Were you ever afraid?
I was always afraid of him. I'm afraid of him now. I'm dead. He made sure you were afraid of him.
And you liked that?
Listen, we were on the 3rd floor, right? And we're talking crap. Yeah, we're talking about girls and stuff. And then we hear him. He's coming upstairs and everybody stop talking. And then he comes and said, hey, I heard everybody laughing from the 1st floor. I come up here and not laugh. I want to know what's funny. I want to laugh too. Then nothing, because we were just talking. You know, because he was just all on our back. Cause we told him we were talking about girls. That's what you do. Girls are nothing on your mind. You have to get girls off your mind. How you going to be champion just thinking about girls, okay? So we never told him what we think about. No, because we're not doing nothing. We just up here talking, nothing. Talking about what? I want to know. You guys are all laughing. The whole house is up in the cheers laughing. I want to know. I come upstairs, you stop laughing. Why? And, you know, the guy, he's scared to death to say anything.
But, I mean, you were like twice as big as him.
No, that don't mean nothing. He had the system of intimidation down like a science.
Really? Really?
He had it down to a science.
How? What were his methods?
Not talking. You know, God language is language without making talk, without making sounds.
Yeah.
So you understand if he's mad or not.
Look at that.
Oh, look at me, I'm just a little boy. So happy to be with this guy. Look how big I am at 14.
You were 14 then?
Yeah, look how big I am.
Yeah, you're enormous.
Baby Huey.
So did he, and pardon my bad memory, did he live to see you become...
No, he died a year before. Not even less than a year.
Really?
8, 9 months, something like that.
And he, by that point, I think was your guardian, right?
Yeah, my mother signed me over to him before she died.
How old were you when she died?
16.
16. So he wasn't just your coach, he was your mentor and your
leader. Yeah, if I didn't make it in fight, I still had to be there. You know what I mean? I couldn't go, I still had to, I had to get a job, I still had to be there.
Did you live with him?
Yeah, so I was 13.
You lived at his house?
Yeah.
That's so different.
Hey, listen. Anytime I saw a white guy was a judge, a cop, he was a victim. And I come to this guy's house, and this guy showed me love. And wow, love is powerful.
One of the reasons I wanted to interview you is because you're the author of one of my favorite quotes ever in English, which is, everybody's got a plan till he gets hit in the face.
100%. Because people now, especially now, no one's gonna fight. People like talking now. They get on the stage, they get on YouTube, and they start talking.
Yeah.
And that's why some people are not made for handling criticism. They're just not made for, some people go off the deep end once you criticize them.
Yes.
Some people just can't handle it. And some of the most powerful people in the world, they just can't handle it. They're not mature enough to handle criticism.
Have you gotten better at handling criticism as you've gotten older?
Yes, but mostly, yeah, but it's still, it can get even better. Sometimes I get in my head and think I'm somebody, and then I'm easily offended. But when I know I'm nobody, I could never be offended.
Boy, is that a deep insight. Sometimes I get in my head that I'm somebody and I'm easily offended, and then I remind myself I'm nobody and I'm not offended.
Exactly, 100%.
So if if you're that well known and everywhere you go, people are sucking up to you and taking pictures with you, how do you remind yourself, as you said, that actually I'm nobody?
Well, I don't know. God did this. I asked for this, and this is what he gave me. It's not like someone gave me something I didn't acquire. I wanted this life. I prayed for this life, and I received it.
When I think I'm somebody, I'm offended. When I remember I'm nobody, I'm not. There's a lot more in that vein. Tomorrow, Tyson talks about his faith and his love of animals, really one of the most remarkable conversations we've ever had. And then he describes how he really felt about the men he fought in the ring over the years. And we'll just give you a preview. I wanted to kill them. But you knew that. First part of our conversation with Mike Tyson last night, one of the most interesting interviews we've ever done. But it got even better. Mike Tyson, it turns out, doesn't just love animals, he watches them really carefully and has learned a lot. He told us what it's like to live with 2 tigers on his bed, and he told us how he felt about the men he faced off against in the ring. Here's a hint, he wanted to kill them, and he really meant it. Here's part of the second half of our conversation with Mike Tyson from Tucker Carlson Today. How did you feel about the guys you were in the ring with?
I wanted to kill them.
Well, I can tell. Why did, I'm laughing nervously. What, you really felt that way?
Yeah.
How did you get yourself into a frame of mind where you wanted to kill them?
Just think about who I am. I don't want to go back there no more. I don't want to be in that poverty state of mind anymore. And not from a physical perspective. I don't want to be poverty-stricken here.
Yeah. So would you sit and think about it before a fight? Think about the guy you were fighting?
Absolutely. The more you hurt them, the higher you go in life. That's just my mentality. The more you hurt him, the more people love you.
Wow, that's pretty intense and true, I guess. So when you knocked him out, you were satisfied, happy?
Oh, I don't even want to say yeah, kind of, yeah.
What don't you want to say?
It wasn't good enough. At that time in my life, it wasn't good enough.
You wanted to keep going?
I wanted to crush his spirit. I don't want him to ever think he could be. Fear is like fire. If you know how to control it, it keeps us all warm. It feeds our food. It heats our food and everything. But if you let it get out of control, it'll destroy you and everything around you.
That's such a smart point. How do you keep it in its box where it's the nuclear reactor that fuels you, but it's not the forest fire that destroys?
You know, I don't know. I was programmed. I could be in a room with a bunch of really bad, or you may consider bad, but very interesting people that I maybe shouldn't be able to leave that room. But it's just my projection of how I feel, and I project it on everyone else.
Have you, in the years since those fights, have you stayed in touch with any of the guys you fought?
Holyfield.
Holyfield.
The business partners.
And the THC gummy business.
And all the marijuana stuff pretty much. We're getting ready to do the bites, Mike bites, the part of Holyfield's ear that's missing. We're getting ready to come out with that. And we've been very successful with that. And I'm so happy that he's gonna, this is what I say, all right, listen to this. We're the only fighters in the history of the world that's still getting paid from a fight 25 years ago.
It's true.
Who's doing that?
Do you still have tigers?
No, I have little kids. If I didn't have kids, just me and her, we would.
So when your kids get older, you're gonna have tigers again?
No, I'm not gonna be strong enough to handle them. You gotta be tough with them sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, they understand. Listen, not the tigers as much because they get offended. They get depressed when you reprimand them. But lions are like dogs. Hey, sick him. Hey, get over here. Just like dogs. Cheetahs too. Cheetahs are more dogs. Cheetahs bark. They don't growl like cats or purr. They bite. They bark. So some cats are in the dog family.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So a cheetah behaves like a dog?
Yes, a cheetah and a lion. Tiger's not so, but you can tell them what to do. And they tag somebody, that jump on you, they come chill out with you. Tigers are not like that. They just want to hang out with you alone. They don't want to be friends with no one else.
Is it dangerous to have friends over when you get tigers?
I normally don't. I have them in the cage when the friends come over.
You're saying as you get older and you become less aggressive, the cats can smell that?
Yeah, listen, they have to be put in their place. The tiger knows he has to be put in his place. And if you're not able to put him in his place, it's gonna put you in your place.
So you gotta be the customato to his Mike.
Absolutely, and it doesn't have to be brutal.
Right.
It doesn't have to be brutal. Listen, you could teach these cats, right? You could teach them, but very few, like only 0.5% could be trained. You can't tame them. You can train them, but you can't tame them. Probably 0.5%.
What's the difference?
Well, if you train them, they do tricks for you. You hang out with them, they do this, and then you gotta put them away.
Yeah.
You know, but when you have them raised, they sleep in the bed with you.
You can do that?
Yeah. Right? Yeah, but I didn't have lions, but I had tigers in my bed. And I had two of them in the bed. That's why they don't go well together. They're in the bed, they want to get close. Next thing you know, you got two 400-pound cats fighting you. Holy shit! And you try to roll to the floor. You roll on the floor and they're fighting on the bed. And they want to get close to you. Which one wants to get close? They start fighting.
How do you break up a tiger fight?
I don't. You know what I mean? Just one beats the hell out of one, then he runs to me, the other one try to get behind me. And this guy comes out.
It's like 3 a.m. in your bedroom?
They start fighting. What though?
I don't think I can handle that level of
I didn't
drama.
think I could either. It never happened to me before. I used to have them since they first born. They slept with me, hanging out with me, and this never happened before. Never thought about bringing them up. They come upstairs, they hang out. But listen, if they ever fought, I get up. They leave. Listen, the whole house you have to leave. Yeah, they fought. Oh God. Oh. I have to get the whole house gets flushed out, man.
Why?
It's so. Oh man, you can't. You think somebody threw the nuclear bomb on you or something, man? You can't breathe.
Oh, the musk.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're spraying that stuff everywhere.
And listen, and if you're not careful, sometimes they do this to you, and then they walk by, pow, hit you with the piss. Holy shit! They piss on you sometimes.
They did out of contempt or love, or why do they do that?
Sometimes you piss them off. Sometimes they're doing jokes on you, and they piss on you. They just walk by, they rub up to you, rub, you fake licking, and they walk, pow, and it comes from the back, and it comes out. It doesn't go like they gotta drop down and come back, pow, you right, and the smell of the piss, oh.
It's really strong, huh?
Oh man, you listen. Ammonia don't have nothing on that.
Really?
Well, yeah, you can pass out, man. You gotta see it, man. And when they do it, listen, it comes out like a spray and pop, boom, the tail goes up and they go, bah, boom, it hits you. What the fuck? You die from the smell. The smell is worse than the, oh, man.
How long did you have big cats in your house?
14 years, 13 years, like that. When people came in, I took them to the cage where they run around and stuff.
Did you ever worry you were going to get bitten?
I should have been. But my ego told me I got these big mothers under control. I dared them to talk to me and try to jump on me. And you have to have the idea, but you have to show them respect. You show them respect. You don't show respect to these animals, you finish. You gotta kiss them, love them, stroke them, all that. You gotta show love.
That whole second half of the interview with Mike Tyson comes out tomorrow on Fox Nation. You can stream part 1 right now.